Hey guys, this is Kei speaking, and today we are back in Automation with the Ellisbury update and our little playthrough of the campaign with Tiny Motors Inc. Building Gasmean's primary and most prestigious muscle cars. And here we are continuing our way right there. Sorry for the long wait. I was stuck with my head in turbocharger calculations, as I've now successfully implemented, what did I implement? In my standalone simulation, I implemented sequential turbocharging and sequential compound turbocharging and compound turbocharging. Which of these will make it into the game remains to be seen, but they are all working, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I remember where we were. Just made the i4 powerhouse, and we wanted to sell enough cars of the mini brute in order to make the gentleman's agreement tick in our favor. Was it 282 horsepower? So beyond the 276 horsepower that was the actual in real life gentleman's agreement. So it's like our little Kei car has broken the big car power limit and shifts that one too now. That's fun. And one thing that we missed out on was to check it on the test track. But I think I said it in the comments, I think we are going to be very disappointed with the performance of it. Let's try it out. First, the mighty Electron, the Sport GT3 even. Because that is our actually good car, the one that is not just stupid. It's mostly just stupid, but it's pretty decent. Look at that, 100 something horsepower, a lot, and slight amounts of wheel spin, not too much. Oh, that's weird. I can't run the test track here. But I can run it from here? Oh, well, that will have to suffice. So, well, here we go. If it works. Come on. Well, apart from the shift, it's pretty good. Oh, it was a 220/73. Yeah, that's solid. Let's head back and load in the slightly more brutal car. And that one sports not quite double the power, but pretty close to. And you can see from its acceleration curve, I would call that a wave, not a curve. It is questionable at best. So let's see how slow it is around the track. I bet on it's quite a bit slower. I would say probably a 230. Let's see if I'm completely off or not. So here we go. Let's see how it accelerates. Oh, it sounds awesome. Have we actually seen this on power yet? Well, this is terrible. And it was even slower than my guess. So this is a 232/61. That's awful. But this car is awful. I hope people are going to wake up to that fact and not buy too many, because probably reputational damage will be done. But please buy enough so that our gentleman's agreement thing is happening. We want to build powerful cars in the future as well. And 282 horsepower is quite adequate for that, I believe. In Kei Cars, at least. Let's just double check the power it had. It is 282 on the dot, yes. Back to the hub we go. Check our pre-orders. We have 87 pre-orders. Okay. So we only need to sell 13 more cars. Completely different numbers you see for the Electron. Remaining pre-orders almost 6,000. As soon as we hit the 100 total cars to be sold, we need to stop the pre-orders. Because this thing is going to absolutely wreck our reputation. You remember how low the reliability of this thing was? Yeah, not good. So let's go forward a month and see what happens here. Oh shit, we have already produced 120. Historic sales 190. We need to stop this right now. We need to stop it. Pause production of all the latest car trims. Yes. Yes. Go away, please. Oh, and this is the time for us to make a facelift to the larger version of the engine, isn't it? The Nugget and the Booby. They do need to be upgraded to the new engine. Which is... Oh, I need to double check if that was start of 91 or start of 1990. It is 1st of January 1990. Okay, so we have 1 year to make a facelift of the engine and facelift the cars. And yeah, we can do that. Let's go ahead. I think we're going to start out with the Electron. That should be an easy upgrade. Of course, we are just aiming for that 1 year of engineering time. Nothing particularly advanced should be added here. We can probably give it another nudge up in quality for the interior. high up there already. Plus 10 now? That's crazy stuff. Now we do have a bit of a problem here after upgrading. Updating the trims, that is. And that is that no one wants to buy the GT3. Well, I guess we'll have to take a look at the engine first, because that's the thing that remains to be upgraded. What are we taking? Replace variant? Probably. But first, let's see which one we have installed. It's the 200 horsepower variation. This one highlighted here. It's pretty solid, 200 horses. Let's call it very creatively, the MK5. Wow, what an engine. This is a little crazy. How can we improve on this one? Well, it's easy. 550, you see. That's not enough. We can go a little higher here too, in terms of stroke. But 660 it is. Oh, it's a little too high. There. Beautiful. Power density, a slight issue. Oh, we do want to have VVT. Oh, yeah, but this is going to be costing so much. Or rather, take so much time. Can't afford that. You only have a year. Oh, wow. I've been spending so much time in my standalone prototyping project that I didn't even remember what these graphs looked like. I was remembering how they were in my version of it. But yes. By the way, let's head over there and see what stuff you would be able to do with, let's say, other turbo setups. That could be interesting, wouldn't it? All right. Yeah. Let's have a look. Welcome to the code. Well, this is my standalone engine simulator, which all the prototyping is being done in, and let's try out some more serious turbo configurations. So you see here we do have a few flags to set, out of which compound, sequential, turbo, and naturally aspirated are now working. Superchargers are not in yet. So that's what I'm working on next. But sequential compound, I believe, would be quite fun. Also, compound is the way to go for Kei car engines. I think I'm going to show you sequential compound first. So sequential compound is where a large turbocharger is feeding a small one with a big bypass valve on the intake side. And on the exhaust side, it is first the small turbine and then the large turbine. So basically what happens is, as soon as the small turbo has spooled up the system so that the big turbo can spool, the big turbo overrides the small one. So you have a good amount of spool, thus not have to wait until like 8K. Oh, my first guess for capacity was about right. Well, 656. That is good enough. Let's roll with this one. And you can already see a rather peculiar behavior in the compressor map, and that is exactly as we want it to be. But these turbos are massive for this size of engine, so let's correct this. How about we go try 45s? Well, that's starting to get better. We're now spooling at 4,000 RPM. And I would say we have slight issues with surge. Surge stress just being 13,000%. And that's for the big turbo, the 55 mil. I think I need to change things up a bit. And here you see a problem that you're going to get. This is the small turbo. It's extremely at the limit, slightly over it, I would say. And then the big turbo starts to spool, and there it cuts off, which is this point over here. Just this little edge. It's running fine, but we do have another problem, and that is that this turbo, the big turbo, due to the help from the little turbo, is being spooled a little early. As you can see right there, we just have 23,000% surge stress. Not ideal. So what we're going to do now is to reverse the ordering of the turbos so that a turbo feeds another one without a bypass, and we get proper two-stage charging. Compound turbo, that is. So we set the boost limit to 1 for the big one. That's no longer the big one. The first one. So we do get a compression to 2 bar absolute pressure, and then we're going to attempt to get to 4 bar absolute pressure. And how is that going to work if the turbos were struggling that hard? Well, let's see if we can make it work. Because each turbo now has only a pressure ratio of 2. Oh yeah, okay. Well, pressure ratio of 2. We can see here, this is effectively 2.5 bars of boost. That's quite a lot. And let's check out the other turbo. Oh, yeah, it's not even dying. Have to remember all my hotkeys. There we go. So, come on, calculate. Yes. Yeah, that's looking better. The timing power map looks a little weird. To be expected. Alright, seeing this, our first turbo is right at the limit for how early it can spool. It's just such a tricky thing to do with the small engines. And our second turbo is actually quite happy overall. Can go a little higher, I would say. Yeah, well, maybe not. Maybe not. 4 bars of boost. Ends up being a little too much. But one thing that is really cool is that you can get super high boost pressures without actually killing the turbos. Compression 4.5 seems a little low. 4. Still knocking. Not good. Whoa, this one is a bit over the limit too. Surge stress? How's that? That's something I need to look into. But you see here, 4 bars of boost achieved. Is it? Let me see. Effectively, yeah, kind of. 1, 2, 3 and 3.6 effective in terms of cylinder pressure. So, yeah, pretty close to 4 bar. And you see that 4 bar, where would that be? Off the screen. Would be way up here somewhere, right? 3. This is 2 bar effectively if you only run 1 turbo. 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. So, actually, for a single turbo compressor map, we would be up here. This is fantastic. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Alright, we are definitely not going to compound turbocharge this just yet, although that would be a little easier on this compressor map, as you see. We are hammering it to a pressure ratio of 3.5, and one thing that you could see was lacking in the turbos that we were using was basically that they were pretty shit. Not at +9 quality. Could have set them to +9 quality, by the way. That's a feature in the standalone version as well. But yeah, what do we do here? Well, can't really do that much more. This is taking away a lot of power. You see that we're losing 11% of power. But do we want to further reduce compression down to a measly 6.0? Oh my god. Maybe not. I don't know. It could also kill our WES 11 standard if we're not careful. VVT is just so juicy. And we do have some familiarity with it. It's not too bad. But it is bad. Let's go through here though and just see if we can do anything else. If we up this should help in general. Yeah, just expanding the compressor map a little bit. It does help. And then here on this side... Whoa. Okay. This is the race version of the engine, which is probably why they are not buying it. That might be why they are just not going for it. I think it might be a little too extreme. If the race intake, shit reliability overall. If we just switch over to this, I mean, we don't lose that much, but we do gain a lot of reliability. So probably can do this, and do want to go a little less extreme on the ignition timing as well. We're still doing 220, but that is with the cheating that is VVT. Oh, we're just using turbo mid. That's good. Whoa, even more power like this. So turbo mid, that's fine. High flow. Yeah, I mean, it's still WES 11 and things, so it's looking pretty good. Can go a little up on the fuel system if we wanted to. Which one is this? Intake manifold. Yes, exactly. There. So the only issue here now is the power. Too much power. Can we tame this a little bit so that we still have a GT3 version, but one that people want to buy? Could lower the boost to just 2 bar. I mean, that fixes a lot of things already. That's pretty good. Can go for higher compression now, which makes the engine a little bit more tame down there. Less of a I want to stall instantly kind of engine. Now we are already... I also forgot this. I mean, you weren't seeing it in my standalone sim there, but what's also implemented already is the new throttle dependencies, and it being... Oh yeah, you could see it in the maps. They had this shape of the no power thing, and you could see it in the timing map probably. That it looked a little weird. There was kind of a diagonal in there. That was the throttle effects. In this version of the game, 4.3 and before then, we do have throttle not really simulated, but instead it is just... There is no mapping to it, let's say it like this. It is simulated in that we test for all intake pressures and then give you the curves for each intake pressure. So the throttle is kind of forgotten in there. But we just say that throttle behaves perfectly, that if it's closed there is 0 pressure in the intake, as in perfect vacuum, and then if it's at 100 it's fully open and flows nicely, right? So first basic assumption to make. That's of course not what happens in reality. In reality the throttle plates are working like a restrictor plate, and that is now properly modeled into the standalone version and already into our dev version of Automation as well, and that gives very much more realistic throttle effects while using the throttle on the dyno and just seeing what happens for different throttle setups. And this thing here that you get surge despite not being in surge, that is gone too, because a 40% throttle kind of allows you at very low RPM to have maximum torque already, or very close to, because there's not really hindering anything in the air from getting to the engine. So yes, that's very different. So we will get rid of some of the surge for your turbos, because this line during spool, there will be happening for lower throttle settings that is effectively already going to be at max throttle. So this line doesn't move far to the left anymore when you slowly increase the throttle, and this one is spooling. And I think I can show you the effect here. If we go to the compressor, the compressor map, can I just look at the compressor map There, yes. Okay, so if you increase the throttle here, you see that the line is going further to the right. And the spool line, that is. And that is just ever so slightly happening in reality because of how throttle works. But yeah. And even without the mechanic, that shouldn't have 6.8% throttle, no, surge stress, because it wasn't even touching any of these lines. But yeah, I'm happy with this one. That's the same power that we had before, right? 200? But it is a bit more tame, less boost, way more reliability, like way more. And there we have some sales. Yes, okay. That's better. Now let's change the engine to a Mark V for the Kei Boost as well. 124. Okay. That's not too extreme. Oh, look at this happy torque curve. It's, I mean, spool at 5,000, yeah, but it's half the rev range. I think I need to go for VVT, don't I? I really want to. Do I need to pop this one down then? How much of a difference does this make? 21 to 35. Ouch. So let's lower quality a bit. Like this. +2 quality, and then take VVT. Oh, and I forgot to actually change the size of it. That has netted us a way earlier spool, as you see. It's almost a usable engine now. And we're knocking? Really? Is it that bad? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, it is. Oh, we can switch to RON 95 as well. That is going to help. Huh, okay. We've made the engines come a lot closer together, the Extreme one and this one. Just some tuning for this. Extra capacity and all. Has made this way more drivable, and 154 horsepower. Do we maybe want to speed limit this to cut down on some tire costs? Let's see if that really helps. 260, I believe, is the limit. Yeah, I mean, slight amounts. But it does take away so much prestige, so nah. Alright, new engines in, retuned a little, and now the scary part. 1.1 months, oh no. But you see the actual problem being there. 39? Are you mad? It is the top end. It is VVT that is taking that time. We have to take it out. This is not possible, unfortunately. We do need a longer engineering project to get that one all right. Yeah, it's bad. Up the quality again. No VVT. No. Well, that's a bit of a difference, isn't it? 7 months. Yeah, that's better. Can deal with this. And we need to have it last 12 months. Otherwise, we bring an engine to the market which is illegal because it's too big. This is insane reliability considering that we started with an engine that was slightly less inclined towards being reliable. The factory just takes 1 month. Oh yes, yes, this is our SMC injector factory, medium 3. Outputs plenty of good stuff. Yeah, what do we need here? Do we want to change anything? Can't really change anything because otherwise it's going to take forever. Yeah, going to build these. That's looking fantastic for the QA, and worker wages are good. Nothing to change here really. Forecast done. This is looking fantastic. 1 billion in 5 years. And seeing our massive pre-order numbers, I think we can go to 80% margin. The Electron is done. Very good. End date is correct. January 1990. Time for big muscle. Do we want to facelift the Mini Brute? This is just so stupid, a car. I think I'm just going to abandon it. It was never meant to do anything but move the limits. The Nugget is the next one. New facelift it is. And before we get into redesigning, not really redesigning the car, I think I'm going to replace the engine variant to something a little bigger. Inline 3. That's always good, because more capacity per cylinder. Kind of useful. So we are going to replace this version. Oh, that reminds me that I actually forgot to rename the other one in terms of capacity, but I'm going to do it here. And that one was exactly designed to be fully opened up at 660, of course. That's nice. I think we do want to compare to the previous iteration of this engine. Oh, just this little bit of extra capacity. Look how much better it is. Wow. More power, earlier spool, way earlier. This is 3,600 before, and then it's 3,100. So 500 RPM earlier spool. More reliable for whatever reason. We go for VVT, because for this one we do have a little bit more time. This is at +5 though, that's slight overkill. Let's make this tame and standard and all good. We do have some more springs in here, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, we do have additional turbo quality if we want to. Make it even better. Earlier spool. Ball bearing, nah, we don't really need this. This is just increasing the throttle response. We don't need throttle response for this. Yeah. Looking solid. I mean, we're losing lots of power there, but that's the only way you can really get to decent efficiency. Yeah, you see this. 8.0 gives us 19%, and 7.5 only 18.6%. And how much power difference does that make? We are at 87.7. And we're losing... Yeah, that's 1.7 horsepower right there. So 1.7 horsepower for one... Whoa. No, that was 0.5%, right? So there... Yeah, 0.4%. What do we want, though? What do we want? This is not a Sport version, so I think we're going for the efficiency. I think the 0.9 bars of boost is still a pretty solid choice. We are not losing as much as you would think, because we're reducing pressure and thus the timing retardation that we have to apply. But that is still a compromise there. A little bit more power. I think that's good to have this little bit of extra power. We're no longer underpowered. So, where's 11? How far are we? Now that we have VVT, or are going to have VVT, I wonder how far removed the limits are. So let's check that out. Okay. The world is struggling with WES 6. Tiny Motors Inc. is currently... Oh, you don't even see the limits. Let's go to the car trim version of it. With the big overview. Details... No, it's not in detailed stats anymore. It's here. Okay, so the limits are... Oh, shit. We're just passing it by 51% margin. That's easy mode if you play like this. That is why the high-performance, naturally aspirated engines have died. Because it is so much easier to make a turbo car and then... or turbo engine, and then just smile at the emissions. Yes, and we are going to, for the next version of the game, the Al-Rilma update, we are going to have a choice in the campaign menu for if you want to play with emissions, if you want to play with a little bit softer emissions, so that these limits, these WES standards come in a little later. Or if you want to have it even harder, like 5 years earlier, all these standards 5 years earlier. That will be fun. But yes, or you can turn them off completely. So in Ellisbury, we force you to learn this shit, so that you then can make up your mind for Alrilma if you actually want it or not. But it is interesting that now having these emission standards kind of force you, or soft force you, to nudge you, they would say. The World Economic Forum would say it's a nudge. But yes, they nudge you towards building more realistic cars. I'm not talking about our company here. We're driving this to the extreme, of course, but yeah. The irony of me saying that building these cars is very apparent to me. So yeah, I think we're good for this one, this engine change. I believe that was the only one, right? They're all using this engine. Yes, they are. Very good. Anything in here we want to change? +2 body quality. Ah, no, there's no longer an unlock or anything, so we can use our full pool, and that's good. Some extra stats right there, and then we could also compare to our old car. Let's do this because that's always fun. Nugget City. Nugget City MK2? No. Nugget City. What? Nugget City MK1. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, it's becoming worse. Let's try to fix that. Maybe it is because our entertainment isn't as prestigious anymore. Could be. We can try to counter this by further upping the quality. Oh man, that's a very, very nice little car. In terms of, let's see, price is still okay, isn't it? Yeah, very high quality, luxury, premium entertainment is luxury, interior is premium. Familiarity is looking solid. Oh, wait a sec, what? We do have CD already. Oh, that would fix our prestige issues. Nah, it's free unlock, so nah, not going to do it yet. Next facelift. Electronic stability control, how about that? Wow! Holy shit! Okay, that's a lot of drivability. I think we... Oh, nope. 8 unlock costs, that is ridiculous. Traction control and ABS. That as good. Yeah, I mean, it helps. Helps quite a lot. But is it as good when you are sliding it down? Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's pretty solid. It's a nice increase. And we do want to gain some familiarity there, so yeah, let's try this. I think we're just going for adaptive dampers for all our cars now. It is a nice little upgrade for comfort and sportiness. That's 2 categories that we're kind of struggling with anyway. One little change that I do want to apply to everything here is viscous limited slip diff. That is a nice bonus to sportiness, and thus, for this car specifically, it is going to give us a little bit of a bonus into the fun demographics, and it's not too bad. Also, gaining some familiarity for this. It's quite cheap, and I think now is the time to gain some familiarity with it so that we can further push it down. But yes, this is the setup that I've chosen for all of these. So back to 0 quality here, and 9 tech ball to get traction control and ABS within 12 months. Good distribution of sales and stuff into the markets. That's looking very good. Covering a large area is exactly what the Nugget wants to do. Not so much into the utility stuff. That's for someone else to do. And that, of course, is the booby. But first, we head over here and see that we have... we can aim for 2 years. Now we need a little bit more due to the VVT stuff. 41 months there for the inline 3. Probably need to sacrifice some reliability to get that down, but that means I'm going to aim for 32 months instead. No, 30, because that's 2.5 years. There we go, good setup. Oh yes, this one is sitting at 90. 108 reliability. I think we can scale that back slightly to get the VVT going. Yep, perfect. Just -5 tooling, -10 reliability, and we are right where we need to be. The factories are going to stay the same. 3 months worth of minor retooling. And the forecast is very green. 8 billion in five years. Yeah, seems about right. Looking at our pool of money that we're swimming in. I think I can even up this a little bit to 70% margin. The list fills up. There's one more to go. The booby. We've already made the engine for it, so should be quick. Oh, that's something that we need to keep in mind here. That one will need the same engineering time total as the Nugget. 30 months. Ooh. Holy shit. Okay, this one hasn't seen a facelift since 81. So that's definitely in order. We choose the existing engine. That's the new one. Much better. Let's also go for viscous diff. Or do we need to for the... Viscous diffs are not really the best ones for utility, are they? Oh, they're all on manual locker anyway. Sorry, I didn't see that there. I thought they were on open. Yeah, they should remain on manual locker. That was one of the features. And here too, we are switching over to traction control and ABS. Wow, that makes a massive difference here. The adaptive, because we're running so soft. Holy shit. There's so much extra comfort. Yeah, perfect. That's a good match for the Nugget. And this being our speedy delivery van, let's see how well it does around the test track with the new engine. Oh, yeah, that's reasonably fast. And we are at 250. Oh, well, okay, that's not that fast, but it's better than nothing. 22 months. I think we nailed that one. Now we can make it more reliable. Yes, look at this. 105 reliability. 2 months of factory retooling, and we are at the forecaster. What will it be? Very green. Whoa, it's very, very green. Just some extra margin, shrinking down the demand, and we should be good here. Now, I think we are all set for a big sign-off. Not quite. Not quite. We don't want to delay the Electron. Wait a sec. Plus 20? Why is there a different engineering time going on there? Did I not pay attention? Oh, yeah. We can make the engine engineering quite a bit longer. We can take off a production unit, for instance, by sliding this up by plus 2. That's good. Now, I think now we're ready to sign off. So Electron needs to wait. This one too. That is looking correct. Everything is plus 0. How much does it cost? No loan, thanks. 1 billion? What? That's pocket money. It's our daily allowance. Okay. Well, we put that like this and sign it off. Off you go. And now it is the Electron. 12 months. The bestest 660 sports car ever dreamt of. And we sign this one off without a loan too. This is just 123 million. Yes. And that's it. I think we've accomplished quite a bit today. And I, of course, hope you enjoyed. And if you did, drop a like to the video for the return of the series. I'm taking a little break from the modeling. I have to do some research first, so it's a little bit more quiet and less head down in the code. So I hope to be able to do some more episodes following this one. So yeah, drop a like, and I shall see you guys next time.